Yo, Ela.
Yeah.
So you're our favorite of the H3s.
Are you
And
serious?
yeah.
Why would you
Uh,
say that?
Are you guys
no,
your
I'm joking. I'm
recliners?
kidding. But no, but seriously, we love you. And I should have talked about this while my wife was here. Bro, we rewatch the videos all the time for your reaction because I feel like Ethan is the best commentator, but the way you react to shit is hilarious.
That's
Or wait,
funny.
maybe it's the opposite. What I mean is like,
No, yeah, you know you.
dude, the Fine Bros, bro. Like I'll never forget when we do this all the time. Ela was like, I mean, we already have an N-word. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, what was it about?
When they were like, you can't say Nazis, they're like, oh, you can't be throwing that word out
Oh.
there when we were doing the Seinfeld reaction.
Yeah,
then,
and
yeah,
right,
and-
and I was like, yeah, because I'm not sure if what I'm saying is like funny or not, or if I shouldn't say it. So I'm always like, yeah. So I said it like I wasn't sure if I should say it because I was like, there's already an N word.
Yeah, right.
So
I remember that line, but I don't remember the video. I forget the shit we've made at this
is
point.
it the one where they make fun of Seinfeld?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing
There
I
are
show.
like
friends.
shows that wouldn't be okay today or something.
We made a
like
video
that.
about that?
Yeah, bro, are you kidding? It's like one of the best ones ever.
Well, I could see myself wanting to make a video about that because I'm very defensive about Seinfeld. I don't have any tolerance for people that say they don't like Seinfeld. I just don't accept that.
I don't get it either. It's like, yeah, how do you not like Curb? You know what I mean? Like, what? What are you talking about? These are everyday
Clearly,
instances. It's why the reason I love Seinfeld is because if you really notice, I mean, it's so genius.
everything.
There's
It's
no like
genius.
cell phone or this or like, it's not, things aren't like based on current shit. It's to me, it's like I watch it and it's something that could easily happen today. Do you know what I mean?
I just remembered. They were saying soup Nazi. They were reacting to the
Yeah,
soup
soup
Nazi.
Nazi.
Yeah,
and
they
they're
were
saying you can't
offended.
say Nazi.
Yeah.
No, the guy was like,
like,
you
what?
can't be throwing that word around these days, and you just destroyed him.
what?
You were like, what? What do you mean? You were like, there's they're New York City Jews can't say the word Nazi. It was crazy, and I'm like, dude, like, you're right.
I didn't
But
know
that's
that
why
that
it's so
was
funny.
I didn't know that that was a thing. It really came as a
I
surprise
didn't know it
to
was a
me.
thing.
I don't think it is, by the way. The soup Nazi. Yeah, watch Seinfeld. I mean, come on.
No, but you got we honestly we love watching your videos. You know, we check every day
Wow.
before we go to bed to see if there's a new video on YouTube.
There's not.
I know.
I'll ruin the surprise.
I know it's demanding though. I get it.
Well, for me, it was just really hard to find content to make for the for the H3H3 Productions channel, and I didn't want to just force it. And like ultimately, when you just force it, there are some people on YouTube who do commentary that are really wholesome and nice, like Drew. There's these guys, Drew Goodman and Danny Gonzalez, that make really good wholesome commentary content that I like, and Gus as well. But for me, I just didn't want to fall into this pit of becoming this cynical fucking asshole that just shits on everybody.
But that's awesome. Like,
But it is
me,
to a
it's-
point. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not for me. It's not like you're really that. I don't think you're that. I think you're the voice in everyone's head who like watches The Bachelor or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're the guy. Like,
So-
but it's funny. It's like it's a joke. It's a
But
joke.
so I guess I don't like clowning on people that don't deserve it or who I feel don't deserve it. Obviously, that's subjective. And I think a lot of my early career was making fun of these pranks and shit, and these obvious like scumbag low life fucks that just deserve to be said the worst things about. So that made it really easy to do my job in that sense.
So then, was it hard to do Skippy because he's just like so adorable and weird at the
Skippy's
same time?
yeah, no, exactly. But well, Skippy was okay because I feel like it wasn't a mean-spirited video and it was really kind of funny subject matter. But it's more about like maybe YouTubers who everybody's shitting on, and I just don't want to make a video about them.
No, I don't think that. I think like reactionary videos, like I've seen your subreddit when I'd gone on when I first discovered you, and there a few years ago, and there was a lot of after I met you guys. I don't think anybody even knows how we met. We should get into that, but a lot of your fans actually really have great ideas of stuff that you can commentate on that are even just as funny as like old 80s infomercials that are like really weird and like low-key white supremacist shit on TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just another problem was that it's so hard to know if it is good or not, and then
mm.
I'll shoot the video and then be like, "Oh, this sucks," and it's just so demoralizing. I don't know. It's tough, man.
I think you're funny, and I also don't think you should ever force it. And you should do what you want, when you want, how you want, and it
I
doesn't
think
matter
it
what I
just
or anybody
kind
else thinks.
of it
Thank
kind
you,
of got
Robbie.
to like just an overall negative thing where the process wasn't fun for us, and then also there was a lot of criticism, kind of like what you were feeling, I guess, and
Yeah,
how you described that you just were done with it. You just
totally.
don't want to
Yeah.
make another album.
Yeah.
We just kind of got to that point with those videos.
Yeah,
But
but you've also given people literally years and years and years of that, plus variety in your videos. You don't owe nobody shit. That's the funny thing, I think, is yes, we are servants as far as and being entertainers. Like, we do owe something to the people, but like to an extent, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not happy doing it, then don't do it. That's how I feel about music. Like,
Right.
making music for like mainstream consumption and shit like that does not appeal me. I've been going back and forth if I should drop this free mixtape where it's just me rapping on a bunch of like famous beats that I love, like we used to do back in the day. That excites me. That makes me so excited to be like, no one is in their right mind would even like review this, and if they do, like, cool, whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's not on Spotify. It's not here. It's not there. It's going to be some shit Dropbox link that I would like tweet out. Like, that's
I think that's
tight.
awesome. I like the
I
idea of
love
free
that.
music. Well, you make me want to make videos again because
Yeah.
I want, it's like it's so nice to know that people watch and enjoy it because like I feel I can relate very much to your struggles as a creative because I
Yeah.
feel like we get a lot of there's so much expectations on the old me and the new me, and people want me to do it this way and that way, and
Yeah.
this video's not funny and that video's funny. I saw this comment. We made this video on it was on the something virgin. What was it?
Oh,
that's Skippy.
That's Skippy, yeah.
Yeah. So someone commented like, "Oh, the good old golden years," which I found so funny because when
Yeah.
we were making that video, people were already shitting on me for having changed and saying they missed our old videos.
Bro, when I released my first album, it was, this sucks. This is terrible. You sound like Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole and this and that. This is not as good as your mixtapes. And then I released my second album, and people were like, this is fucking garbage. You did a whole album about space. This is nerd shit. Nobody gives a fuck about this. You have no place in hip hop. This is worse than your debut album. Then I did my third album, and 1-800 was on it. Oh, you sold out. This is garbage. And then you fast forward now, and people are like, yo, your first and second album,
Yeah,
classic.
I know. Yeah.
Classic. And I'm just like,
And you're
new
like, I
shit ain't
wanted
good
to
as shit.
die the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny because
weird.
like you're doing those things thinking you're not good enough,
Yeah.
and you're like trying to impress. It's like really funny. But when it comes to videos too, dude, like I'm sitting on so much music. Like I'm sitting on, I mean, I have 10,000 plus songs, right? But those are, I would say, Jordan or LeBron shooting in the gym. Like there weren't cameras there, there's a shit ton of misses. There's also some really good gold there. But even now, like the new music, like I haven't actually written a song in a long time. But I will. I have this whole mixtape basically that I'm sitting on, and I want to finish it for fun. And I just say this to say that it's kind of almost view it like that, where if you do want to make videos, don't second guess yourselves. You guys are really, really, really funny. And at the end of the day, it's like The Last of Us. Like I remember there was that whole, everyone was like pissed off about the game. Do you remember that?
No.
So there's this video game called Last of Us, and very long story short, I love it. I fucking love it. And I thought it was amazing. And people could be like, oh, well, because I'm in the game. I'm in the video game.
Oh.
But like, that's not why I like it. If it was garbage, I'd be like, yo, this sucks. Thanks for the check. You know what I mean? But like, so I'm not biased in that sense. I'm it holds a place in my heart for sure. But I just say all this to say, like, there were people who were like shitting on that game before it even came out, and then still spent $60 to play the game anyway. And it's like, these people who say things about you, me, anything when it comes to art, they love you. They are obsessed with you. You know what I mean? And so for somebody to say these things, you shouldn't let it affect how you create. And it's funny because only once stepping away and really being like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here, did I personally realize that. So I say that to say that if you guys ever just woke up one day and was like, yo, let's find some really funny shit and react to it, and you did that, you also don't have to put it out. You could sit there and save it. You could fucking do 20 videos just because you love it, because it's a Sunday afternoon and you have 2 hours free or whatever, you know what I mean? And you just kind of have a good time and just enjoy it. And then if you ever want to release it, you kind of have that in the bag. So just do it for fun. I will say though, like, what you perceive as negative personally, if it is negative, if you sit there and go, oh, these videos we're making are like mean, okay, cool. If that's how you feel about it. I personally never saw it that way. I almost saw it like a real life Fontano needle drop about like funny shit. Like, you know, this chick's in love with an amusement park. What the fuck is that? Like, that is hilarious. That's really, really funny. Yeah. And I think, if you focused on that and less, like you said, any drama or YouTube shit, like, fuck that. Even though, not to get into it, I don't want to get into it, but that Keemstar shit was hilarious, dog. But let's leave it at that.
I'm
let's
glad
just leave
you
it at that.
enjoyed
I thought it was
it.
funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, super
do
funny.
what you love. Just do what you love, man. Fuck all the... Life is so short. Like, it really is.
I do fantasize about, like, sometimes I swing back and forth. I fantasize about coming back and making a bunch of videos on H3, but then I just always hate it when I try.
Why?
Because it's exhausting.
In what sense? The actual work, or more so trying to please this fictional person in your head that is the viewer before they even see it?
I think I'm just always disappointed for the most part by
Why?
By the process and everything.
But why? Let's talk it out. No rush.
I think I put so much. The thing on YouTube is like, it's people really put a lot of content out, and that's like a way to succeed on YouTube. The thing is, we tend to put a lot of work into our videos, but it doesn't necessarily show. And so I'll just put a video out, and a lot of times I'm not happy with it, and I just see all the negativity, and then the video doesn't do as well as I hoped, and I'm just like, oh, fuck all
But
this.
none of that has to do with the art, and it's the same thing I was going through. Like, I there was a time where I was looking at like Travis Scott and like a J. Cole, like how many likes do they have on a post and this and that and all this other shit. And it's like, why am I looking at these other people that I fuck with and respect, and I'm comparing myself to them, you know? And when you're thinking about like numbers, like, oh, okay, this song's out, oh, but it only has 20 million plays in a week, or oh man, like what 20 million plays, or this, none of that shit. It's all bullshit, dude. Like, you have been conditioned and trained into believing that that's what matters. And the funny thing is, there's a part in time in your careers and mine where it did matter. You needed to like put the asses in the seats, sell the tickets, do the numbers in order to be successful. But you guys are already successful. You went from the young, up and coming, funny little secret, just like I did, to this gigantic company, a walking fucking brand. And because of that, there's all this pressure that you still have to be as good as the fucking kid who plays Minecraft and gets like 50 million views in one thing. Like, nah, like, you're in a completely separate thing. And at the end of the day, you should only be doing it for the love.